So hey guys, I'm here at Sudu HQ today, and the reason I'm here is that I've asked if I can come and do a comparison between the replica kit, which retails at £60, and the pro kit that is worn by the players that retails at £80. All the subtle differences that you get between the two kits, including a size comparison, and hopefully that'll help you make your decision. So I'm here with Tom, head of brand. I've managed to rope him into the video reluctantly, but it does help. It does help to explain the difference between, we've got the Pro here and we've got the replica here. We will also be doing some close-ups for you as well. Tom, obviously you must be pleased with the reaction that's gone down on the generally with the fans.
Yeah.
But a lot of the fans are going to be making a decision: do I get the Pro or do I get the replica? One of the big things that I've been asked about before this is like the pattern.
Yeah.
It is on both kits.
Yes, definitely. And I think, you know, it's very apparent on both kits as well.
Yeah.
Obviously the Pro, which we've got here, we've used a technique called debossing. So it's had a 3 meter long roll in the factory.
I saw a video of that.
Which presses the print into the fabric.
Yeah.
And then I guess you'll have seen from pictures and videos, I don't know if you're happy to pick it up. Obviously when it catches a certain light, you know, the print is more apparent in the Pro kit as well. And just a little bit on the Pro print, well, the print overall for home, it's used in outfield and also goalkeeper, but it's inspired by the Molineux Pleasure Grounds.
Yeah,
so obviously the stadium stands.
And you've also got the 3 leaping wolves in there as well. The leaping wolves from the 1970s kits in there as well.
Yeah, it's a huge nod to heritage, basically, and the campaign, the golden thread is, you know, we really.
But that still comes through. If you see, hopefully see, it still kind of comes through on the replica kit as well, doesn't it?
Exactly.
So, which is good. So if you do decide to go for the replica kit, because a lot of football clubs, we see this, when it goes to the replica kit, the pattern's not there, but it is actually there on the replica kit as well.
Yeah, I think it was important. I think, as I was saying to you earlier, it's about, for us with the kit, it's about storytelling and having a reason for the kit beyond just, oh, here's a colour and here's the logo and job done. It's, you know, we really want to be able to tell a story and it to have a meaning. So obviously it was a homage to the 70s and the retro inspired with collar, which we can get onto, but really drilling in and making sure that story sort of was available in both the Pro and replica.
Fantastic. Let's go on to the differences between the two, because people will want to know. So feeling the replica is quite smooth, and feeling the Pro, it's kind of got a little bit of a lift to it. Is that the air breathing holes?
Yes, yeah. So we've got the breathable fabric, obviously, in the Pro. It's designed and we'll call it engineered for performance. And this is, again, with consultation with the players. So the design team, many rounds of visits to the club, working with the players and the wider football team, just to make sure that, you know, we're talking about how great the kit looks today, but it's got to perform, it's got to work for the players. They've got to be able to self-regulate, cool down, sort of keep them sort of, you know, optimize their performance. So that's kind of really what this fabric is, and breathability is a huge part of it.
You still do have the mesh. Is that there more for show than?
I mean, it's a feature as well, because obviously, you know, people are still going to wear it, so you do need that breathability. Yeah. But I guess it's throughout the whole sort of waffle fabric that features across the whole kit. So yeah, it's important for us to, you know, not just sort of, I guess, dumb down a version just because it's a replica. We want, you know, there needs to be a difference, obviously, because people, you know,
because of what they're designed to do. Yeah. But you still wanted people that decide to get the replica version, which is £20 less, just to still get the same feel.
Exactly.
Now I've put both kits on, and I have to say, in terms of the sizing, last year when I put the sizing on, I was a large in the Pro, and I was a medium in the replica.
Yeah.
I've noticed it's got a little bit closer this year. I feel like this year's Pro is less tight than last year's Pro. The large, for me, fits absolutely perfect. It feels great on. I've tried the large replica on. It is a slightly baggier, but it still works as a large. But like, you could have the option of going down. I haven't tried the medium on, but the large, if you're a large in the Pro, you get away with being a large in the replica this year, whereas last year I felt that you couldn't.
Yeah.
As well, which I think, and you said you're doing what's called Sudu sizing now.
Yeah, so we have the production team, part of the design team. We've been working to build our own size blocks, so Sudu size blocks, so to make sure that from this season going on into every other season, it's consistent across the board. So if whatever size you buy this year will be the same next year. I think with a pro there's always going to be a little bit of difference because it's engineered for performance.
Yeah.
So depending on where a seam goes next year versus this year, you get your millimeters of difference in that. But overall, we want people to be able to
know if they were that last year, they'll be that this
exactly,
year.
Exactly. And that's across the board, not just main kits. It's on everything now, so that's been implemented. So I think like you said, there's a slight difference.
And the women's, there is a women's kit as well, which is slightly more tapered. Yeah. If you wanted for a lady that wanted to buy, for thinking about a lady's body.
Exactly. It's again just sort of engineered for the silhouette of a woman.
And you have consulted with the women's team on that as well, which is great because the fact that they're consulting with the players and stuff, and you've seen the reaction. So let's go into the finer details. We've talked about the overall aesthetics. Looking at the collar, and obviously we'll get some close-ups here. On the collar on the Pro, there's these little 3 ridges. On the replica, those ridges aren't there. What do the 3 ridges? Do they demonstrate anything, or they just put there for aesthetic? Or?
It's a ribbed technique. Yeah. So the collar's obviously it's designed to complement. So we've got the ribbed cuff and collar.
Yeah.
And it's again just a look back to there's a 70s kit that was on the reference board. So in our mood board we had the All New Pleasure Grounds, the player that we had as reference, but a real homage to the collar of the 70s.
Fantastic. So those are the difference with the collar. It looks pretty much the same on the inside. I don't know if there's any difference on the back. Just have a look. There's no. Yeah, it goes all the way around the back as well. At the sleeves, again another difference that I've noticed. You've got on the sleeve on the Pro kit. You've got a little bit of embossing there, a little bit raised ridges, and you've got the 2 golden lines that are going across. Whereas on the replica, none of that's there.
Yeah, it's just again another design feature. It elevates the design, and I guess also from a technical point of view, it kind of just grips the arm, so you don't get that ride up. I guess when you are playing. Yeah, no,
that's good. So that's something that the players talked about.
Yeah,
we've talked about the mesh. One other thing I've noticed is the badges are slightly different between the Pro and the replica. What's those?
So again, partly a finish and appearance thing. So we've got a woven applique crest here, but obviously within the kit there's no stitching, so
it doesn't roll.
It's
for the
flush,
players to ask for that. Yeah,
it feels nicer.
Yeah,
and then your silicone mesh on the replica. Is stitched in, so there will be a stitching on the inside of the kit.
There is,
but from a front point of view, obviously, it's very much just an aesthetic sort of finish piece, obviously to complement all of the different details across the Pro.
Brilliant, thank you very much. And then at the bottom of the Pro kit, we've got a nice little label, engineered for performance. It's got a series of numbers on there. Is there any relevance to that?
It's the coordinates for where we're stood today. So Sudu HQ. So basically, it's a drop tag, basically kind of like an authenticity badge almost, to kind of give authenticity to the fact that it's a piece that was designed here. It's where it's created, it's where it originated, so that's what the digits stand for.
And that badge isn't on the
replica.
Isn't on the replica.
Yeah.
So overall, subtle differences.
Yeah, definitely.
As I say, the replica's £60. The Pro kit £80. People can make their own decision on that. I absolutely love both. I've tried both of them, and both of them genuinely do feel really, really good on. But I wanted to thank you very much for giving your time. Oh, well, thank you for giving us the opportunity to come and do this. I think a lot of fans, who can't get to the club shop, who do look at purchasing from around the world and across the country. Hopefully, that will help you. So we've got the Pro and the replica. Let us know in the comment section below if you found this of interest and your thoughts on that. Please smash a like. And if you want more of these sort of in-depth analysis of kits, make sure you do subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Always Wolves.